Hello everybody, my name is Bloodstained Alice and welcome back to DELTARUNE Chapter 2. So right now, we're doing the snowgrave route. Quick disclaimer, I did a thing again. And I did the same thing as last time. I clicked record, but the fucking PlayStation didn't register it. So I already know what happens up to what I presume to be the last battle. I will not, however... Well, that's why my reactions won't be like genuine shock and awe that I had before. Which is probably a good thing, because I don't think I said much other than, oh my god, the entire time. So I know roughly how this works and what I'm supposed to do. Well, most of it. So yeah, I didn't really talk much about it last time. About the ending of Deltarune. There's really not much I can say about it right now. That was shocking to me. Like, I had my suspicions about, Are you sure this is the right way? Yes, this is the right way. As far as I'm concerned. I had my suspicions about Chris after what happened at the end of the last video. So, I was still surprised, but not as surprised as I should have been. Kind of nostalgic. Huh. That makes me think of the door that's on the hill. You know, the door with the red door. Whatever. It's not the point. So as you can see, the people, the darkness that I trees with Ice Shock by Noelle stay on the map. And things slowly... Oop. I fucked it up. Ha! Sorry, lady. As you can see, no one's out anymore. They've all done left. They went into hiding or are being frozen by me. So yeah, about the ending of the game. Chris being the knight, while shocking, isn't as shocking when you think about it in context of Chris being like the dungeon master, the one who creates the board games. Like, Chris is... he's literally the game master. He's creating these environments for us, the player, to play. And I don't think anything says that better than his blatant acknowledgement of us. At the end of the first... like, in Undertale, you are sort of acknowledged sometimes by certain characters. In particular, Sans and Kara. And sometimes even Flowey. Flowey, if you do the genocide route, Flowey hints that he knows you're there. Like, he knows that someone's watching. And that's probably just a part of the programming. But certain characters do acknowledge. Or something else. Maybe dating season isn't right. In a freeze ring. Ring? Get it? How much does it cost? I am $1 short. You did that on purpose, huh? Get it? Me? What? Yeah, this is taking a turn. It takes a turn very quickly. You got the freeze ring. And now the music's cut out. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Put that on. Is that someone inside? I didn't read the item description before. Holy shit. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I never read that before, so I didn't know it said that. I don't like it. I feel even worse about this. Anyway, as I was saying, Chris being the knight makes some sort of sense in a sort of game master way. Like, Chris is the game master. She, he, they, I don't know their gender. Could be a guy, could be a girl, I don't know. They act suspiciously. They know of our existence. They acknowledge our presence. They rip out our soul knowing full well that's how we're controlling them multiple times. They glare at us through the screen multiple times now. And I don't know if it showed it in the pacifist route, but when I got to the queen in the genocide route where she talks about the knight, what she says puts more into context of what's going on. And it gave me a big clue that I talked about before. I don't know if it showed it in the pacifist route, but we're going to see it anyway, and I want to talk about it before I forget. When we get to the queen, when she's talking about the knight, she says that last night, yesterday, the knight had deigned to give rise to their forms, plunging their sword within the land. In other words, the computer room of the library. Last night. And what did we see last night? Last chapter? At nighttime? We saw Chris ripping out their soul. The soul that we use as the player to move them around. We saw them ripping it out, throwing it in the cage, and whipping out a knife. Oh, and I thought that it was just... I didn't know what it was. I figured it was supposed to be some kind of meme thing. Because, well, what happened was that the beginning of this chapter starts with Toriel yelling at Chris for eating the pie. And what did we see? Him whip out the pie. I mean, a knife. Presumably to cut the pie. But what did we see later? At the end of the chapter, we saw Chris whip out the knife again, slash the tires, presumably, which is why Toriel said they were going to postpone the pie because someone slashed the tires. We saw Chris climb out the window for a suspiciously long amount of time after ripping our soul out, so we couldn't follow them. They ripped out their soul, they whipped out the knife, whipped it out of their pocket, went outside through the window, and turned the water on to cover the noise of them ripping their soul out and climbing out the window. And they came back, put the soul back in, and acted like everything was fine. I wanted to go look into it more, but there was barriers preventing me from doing that for obvious reasons. But then we see Toriel going outside because she doesn't have one of the ingredients she needs to make the pie. She comes back shaken up. It's barely noticeable, probably to Susie, and Chris probably already knows what's going on. But Toriel is actually freaking out. She waits for them to go to sleep and she calls the police to report that someone had slashed her tires. And she sits down in the chair and eventually she falls asleep waiting for the police. Probably because we fucking got the dogs broken out earlier that day is why it was taking so long. Either that or it's a scripted thing. It's probably that, like, regardless of whether we accidentally made Undyne break him out or not, Undyne wouldn't be in the office, so only Napstablook would be there, and Undyne would be busy, and so they would have to wait, which would give us would give Chris enough time to set up the next game, which is exactly what he did. They did. They pulled out the knife again and they stabbed into the ground to create the next Dark World, just like the Queen describes to us. And the sword that the Queen shows a picture of in her explanation of the night bringing rise to them the day before looks suspiciously knife-like. Not only that, there's that. And there's also, like I said, Chris broke out. They ripped us out and then cut the game off. The reason why they did that is because they know more or less that there are game rules here. So they can't just fucking rip us out and leave us there for what would probably be an hour at the least. Because they'd have to go from their house to the library, which wouldn't take long during the day, but they'd have to be extra careful about it during the night. And they probably lock up the library at nighttime too, so she'd have to break in there. They'd have to break in there into the computer room, plunge it into the ground, and then come all the way back, sneaking and cleaning up their mess, evidence of their break-in. It wouldn't be an easy task, and it would take probably a long time. A long time, our time. Not her time. His time. Their time. God damn it. But yeah. So that's probably why the game was cut off. Because, like, Chris seems to have a fair amount of control. Even over other characters in their world. Like, she's able to manipulate Noelle's consciousness in Snowgrave, and I think that's pretty telling. They are manipulating Noelle to think that what they're doing here is a good thing, that there's nothing wrong with it. And we'll see more of that later on, but like Chris has a certain power over Noelle that doesn't just come from Noelle being a pushover, in my opinion. Because I've been a pushover. I've seen people be pushovers. I know pushovers. I was a pushover. So I know more or less how it works to be pushed over. But the thing that Chris demonstrates when dealing with Noelle this chapter in the Snowgrave route, goes far beyond mere manipulation and pushoverness. There's something going on here. And Chris knows all about it. She's controlling all of it. We're literally a guest in their world. They rule this world, pretty much. The Darkner world and, to a certain extent, the Lightner world. And they are simply allowing us to take control of their body to play their game. This is their game, their world, their rules. They are God here. They are simply allowing us to take part in their world. And nothing demonstrates it better than this chapter. Okay, anyway, about the snowgrave route. Oh, see? The enemies are starting to try and flee from me. They know what I've been doing, and they're scared of me. Understandably so. I'm scared of myself, if I'm being honest. I don't like what I'm having to do for this route. I didn't like it the first time either. Hold on. Shit! No! Ow! Sorry. My throat's a little itchy. I'm allergic to flowers, believe it or not. Despite being born in May, I'm allergic to flowers and spring, of all things. It's really quite pathetic. And I hate the fact that I'm allergic to flowers, because I love flowers. But I get all sorts of problems this time of year. And I know it's not quite spring yet. We're still like in between spring and winter, kind of, right? I don't know. But I feel like shit. Regardless. Anyway, so yeah, you see how they're starting to run away from me? They're starting to run away from me because they know what I've been doing. And they don't want to be around me. They don't want to die. Anyway, you just feel really bad when you play this game on genocide. It's similar to how Undertale handled it. They like make you feel like a piece of shit, and for all intents and purposes, you are a piece of shit. And you know it. We all know it. You just know you're trash when you do genocide on a game that's supposed to be about love and peace and friendship and happiness and fun board games. Although, Deltarune does have a mysterious, darker undertone to it, it's still a variation of Undertale. And it's meant to be fun. And happy and cutesy. Like, basically, it rewards you for being nice and making friends and sparing your enemies. Rather than being mean and doing the genocide route that we're doing right now. Because we want that sweet, sweet motherfucking secret ending, or you just want to know what happens, it goes out of its way to make you feel like shit. Well deserved, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy it. Five left. Okay. So 5 more encounters to go. So I was right the first time I played this. I talked about it when I was recording the last time, when I didn't realize that the thing was not recording. But there is actually a secret area down there. I was like, there's no way there's a fucking stop and start sign down there for no reason. But I just couldn't reach it. And eventually I gave up because I didn't want to waste everyone's time because I was a dumbass and I couldn't fucking do it. But yeah, there is that dumpster down there. And I had to look up a walkthrough on how to do this. Okay? I will admit, I walked through this. Thankfully, the first time it didn't spoil anything for me. It still hasn't spoiled anything. Which is good. But it did say, I've got the walkthrough open right now, actually, to make sure I'm not doing it wrong, because you have to do very specific things. And if you don't know what specific things you're supposed to do, like if you do one thing wrong, you could fuck it up. Like right now. See? I caved and decided to press this. Like, you gotta do very specific things, even for the dialogue options. You can't try to be nice in the middle of it to Noelle, or you'll fuck up the entire process and you'll have to start over from your last save. I didn't realize that, but I realized that something was off when I did it. It didn't seem... It wasn't like how it was with the ring salesman. It didn't end like how it ended with the ring salesman. So I was like, oh shit, I fucked it up. What you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to be very careful with what you do. You gotta do everything precisely, or you accidentally ruin everything. So, for this puzzle, you have to for puzzles, you have to continuously say proceed. You just have to continue to say proceed if it's the option from this point on. Anyway, it says, in regards to the dumpster, let me see, hold on. Before the player begins the fight with Bradley, the party must freeze all enemies available, then backtrack to the dog dumpster. This is at the bottom of the room with 2 long car roads where Chris would normally encounter the annoying dog in a car on a normal route. If the dumpster is interacted with before freezing all available enemies, the player will be told how many enemies remain to be frozen if the player interacts with the dumpster after freezing all enemies. Well, spoilers for you guys, but not for me. I kinda already figured that we were gonna need to go back there. I just didn't know what for. So I made this remark in regards to Dumpster Boy, which we all know is Spamton at this point. We all recognize that weird lingo and the spammy noises. That's definitely Spamton. But the thing is, I didn't understand why he was there. But I thought about it. God damn it. Could you stop downing her? Get your ass up. What is in the hole? There's clearly something in the hole. It does matter, very much so. Anyway, long story short, I likened Spamton to Kara, because in the genocide route of Undertale, Kara basically tells you how many enemies are left in the area at the save points, rather than giving you encouraging quotes. It's unfortunate, but it is what happens in that route. Kara basically, she can't, or she doesn't, the monsters are her family. She doesn't like that you're killing them, but she can't really do anything because she's just the observer. She's stuck to you. So they she just, rather than trying to encourage you to keep going on, she just drones on about how many are left. There's a whole video about Kara and how she's not the bad guy of Undertale, called The True Villain. Ah, shit! I need you to kill me. I fucked it up. I completely forgot that this was his area. Thank you. Please respawn me right before the fight. Oh, thank God. Woo! Anyway, as I was trying to say before I was a dumbass and nearly got us fucked up, there's basically a video called The True Villain of Undertale that goes over the reasons why Kara isn't actually the bad guy the fandom makes her out to be. And honestly, I feel like it's well thought out, and while sort of emotionally driven, it does have a fair amount of facts behind it from the game itself to back it up. And I think that's a really good thing. There's a certain passion behind what they're saying about Kara in the video that I really like. But they also make sure to back up their opinions about Kara with facts and examples from the game. And I'm honestly inclined to believe Kara gets a bad rep for no reason. Honestly. Trance? Where it takes damage from pain, reduces TP cost of ice spells. Can I examine the trance skill? That doesn't... I can't fucking... Hold on. Love you too. Love you too. Damn phone. While I walk my ass back over to Birdley, I probably should have saved it, but I think I'll be fine. I'm gonna look at the thorn ring. Yeah, what the fuck? Phantom says that the ring might sting and that the party will regret the purchase for the rest of their life. Well, no shit. It's commemorative ring. This item is required. Snowgrave cannot be cast without it. Can be fused with pure crystal. Wait, what? I can remove it? Do I even have a pure crystal? It's unattainable! You sack of shit! Why'd you even put it in the fucking game? Why'd you even say I could make the twisted sword if I can't even make it? A torture device? Oh, that's what Susie says when you attempt to equip it on her. Wait, what? Can I take the ring off Noelle then? ... when attempting to equip it on Rousey. When equipping it to Noelle, she does not have flavor text. If the snowgrave route is aborted after buying the thorn ring, and Chris defeats Spamton using violence, he instead suggests that Chris could have bought 2 of them. On a normal route, when talking about our deal and Spamton's shot, Spamton mentions a commemorative ring when talking about selling the keygen. This regularly attainable weapon in the game. It doesn't say what the trance skill is. Which is annoying. Should I freeze them? Oh, right, this. I hate this. I hate this. Noelle, are you okay? What are you doing with Chris? We're just getting stronger. Getting stronger? How? Chris, what are you doing? Proceed. What? Proceed? Where? Noelle, what are they talking about? Let's do it before the fight ends. Okay. Go ahead, try it. Oh shit, she's actually losing health. What the fuck? Uh-oh. Okay, I got it. Snowgrave, quickly. Snowgrave, I don't know that spell. I'm telling you, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, stop. I don't know what you're talking about. ... Fine, you want to see what happens so bad? Watch what happens when I cast a spell I don't know. Do it then, pussy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. It's just as bad the second time. I don't feel so good. Yeah, neither do I. I felt really nauseous the first time I did this. I don't know if that's a normal reaction when you play the genocide route of Undertale game Undertale games, but I felt really nauseous. I felt so sick, like such a disgusting person. I wanted to throw up. I won't lie. I wanted to throw up all over. I just could not even with this. I was so nauseous throughout this entire thing the first time. Yeah. Take the manhole. I was so sick. I felt so sick. Freezing everyone. Did you not notice at all what's going on? Ralsei is definitely suspicious. I actually watched a video of the Spamton fight. And I must say, Ralsei was ridiculously suspicious and calm, despite Chris being anything but calm after the Spamton fight was over, as they were exiting the basement. It was so suspicious that even Susie was like, what is wrong with you? And like, Chris actually shouted. I saw. And I was like, whatever is going on with these secret bosses is really affecting Chris. And for someone who claims to care a lot about Chris, Susie is Ralsei was incredibly nonchalant about everything. Hoochie mama. Don't call my fucking baby a hoochie mama. I'll give you 5 guesses as to who is the final boss of the mansion now. 5 guesses as to who. And that's being generous. So anyway, I was informed that it doesn't matter what you do after, how you play after the Birdley fight, because you've already locked yourself into Snowgrave. So for all intents and purposes, we're stuck on this route now, even if I try to be merciful now. So I can go as ham as I want on these people, and it won't fucking matter. Bye, bitch. Now get out of my way. Closed. Anyway, as I said, 5 guesses is generous. I'm sure you can guess who our final encounter is with. Based on the music, the basement music, and the fact that these mines are fucking everywhere in this room, and I literally can't walk through them, even if I wanted to. I'm legit just fucking stuck here. I have to trigger each and every one that's in my path. There's no in between. See? Ah, no. Shield yourself. Lessen the damage. That's all you can really do. Attacking it is not gonna help. It's not like you can kill it before it'll blow up. Oh, wait, you actually can. Maybe it's because they updated it since last time I played, but I could not fucking walk through any of these before. I was stuck encountering them. Yeah, it seems they widened it up a little. Shit. No! God damn it! Okay, I'm too hasty. I just want to get out of this mine room, goddamn. I just want to get back to the boss. Oh look, more mines. Oh ha ha ha, very funny. Alright, I'll be back. Y'all just fucking... I'll be back.